Elvis hadn't appeared in New York City since his early television days in the late 50s. Colonel Tom Parker booked Madison Square Garden, and it was the next stop on his tour. Elvis, looking great, was ready for the New York press corps.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Vernon Presley, Elvis Presley's father. Mr. Presley has a friend coming out. Sit down. First of all, I plead innocent of all charges. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, dear. Love you too. Thank you. I don't know. Okay. I think it was a matter of not getting the building, the proper building. We had to wait our turn in order to get the building. Yeah. Couldn't get a good building in 15 years. No, all kidding aside, we had to wait our turn to get into the garden, you know. Oh, I like it. You know, I enjoy it. I just hope we put on a good show for everybody.
Mr. Presley,
yes.
I think you've outlasted every other entertainer from the 50s and, for that matter, the 60s as well.
I take vitamin E. I was only kidding. I don't know. I just embarrassed myself, man. I don't know, dear. I enjoy the business.
Mr.
I like
Presley,
it.
I hear from a lot of people in the press corps that you really are a shy, humble, wonderful human being. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I don't know what makes them think that. You know, this gold belt and... No, that's it.
Mr. Presley, while you're up, don't change that position for a minute.
What are you doing, woman?
I'm reminded of the Ed Sullivan shows where they wouldn't shoot.
So am I. That's why I'm sitting down.
Looks like you no longer have grease in your hair.
No, I stopped using that greasy kid stuff, too. Just like everybody else did, man. Yeah. Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggle, you know. Yeah.
How do you feel about the way performers act on stage now compared to what you used to do and get criticized for?
Oh, I don't know. I really can't criticize anybody. In the entertainment field, I think there's room for everybody, and I hate to criticize another performer.
Elvis, are you satisfied with the image you've established?
Well, the image is one thing, and a human being is another. You know, so.
How close does it come? How close does the image come to the man?
It's very hard to live up to an image. I'll put it that way. Yeah. It's according to what you're talking about. No, I don't know. I'd like to think so.
What kind of audiences do you find you attract now?
I beg your pardon?
What kind of audiences do you find you attract now?
Well, I found that in the audiences that we have, it's mixed. It's older people, younger people, and the very young, and all types of people, you know, which is good. Hunt. No, I just made a movie of the last tour that I did. It's the first live concert that we ever filmed, so that's my next project. It's coming out.
Elvis, what made you finally decide to come out of seclusion and start making public appearances again?
I just missed it. I missed the closeness of an audience, of a live audience. So just as soon as I got out of the movie contracts, I started to do live performances again.
Will you be doing more
I think so. Because I'm sorry. There's so many places that I haven't been yet. I've never played New York here. You know. I've never been to Britain either. You know. I'd like it to, yes, sir. I'd like to very much. I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go to Japan and all those places. I've never been out of this country except in the service. You know.
Oh, Mr. Presley, on the subject of this service, what is your opinion of war protesters, and would you today refuse to be drafted?
Honey, I just seem to keep my own personal views about that to myself, because I'm just an entertainer, and I'd rather not say.
Do you think other entertainers should keep their views to themselves too?
No, I can't even say that. I beg your pardon? I might. I might. Sporting. You were allowed to what, dear? I don't know. That's a good question. Why is that, Colonel? She said, why could they film the concert in Boston? They couldn't film it here. There you go. Yes. Yes. I just don't feel that it's time yet. You know, maybe I will someday, but not right now.
Elvis, did your return to New York herald the return of Big David?
Who's talking? The camera? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. What'd you say?
Do you think that your return signals the start of the return of other Big David?
I don't know. I didn't know they ever stopped. None of that. I'm talking under the table, okay? No, sir. I don't have any other aspirations in politics or anything of that nature. Oh yeah, I'd like to do something in the way of a movie script, if I can find the right kind of a property. In fact, we're looking for it now. You're talking about a non-singing type of thing. Yes, I'd like to do that.
Why did you got away from the hard rock and roll that you did 15 years ago? I'm down here.
Okay.
Why did you got away from doing the hard rock? Now it's fun. You really don't do that hard rock anymore, like the hard rock.
It's very difficult to find that type of song. It's hard to find good material nowadays, you know, for everybody, for all of us, you know.
You're one of the forerunners of rock and roll. You don't record hard rock anymore.
It's very difficult to find any good hard rock song.